I'm here at Freedom Forest today to grab us some vegetables to keep us going at home and to also get some more yacon out of the ground because I am going to go home and make yacon syrup. Right, that's the harvesting done. We'll get back to the kitchen now and sort these out. Hello and welcome to Freedom Forest Life. In this video today, I'm going to be making yacon syrup. Now, if you've seen our previous video on growing and harvesting yacon, you'll know that we've had a huge harvest this year. And I keep hearing a lot about this syrup and it seems pretty easy, so I thought I would give it a go. So I think I've got everything to hand that I need. I've got a heavy base pan for gently heating the syrup up to reduce it down. I've got my glass bottles, which we will sterilise later to make sure they're nice and clean for when the syrup's ready. Most importantly, I've got a nice big bowl of yacon here. And from what I've researched, it seems people do say to peel the yacon skin first. But what I found when I was cleaning them up, I used quite a stiff brush for my veggies, and a lot of the skin was actually coming off already. So I'm going to try it this way and see how that goes. I've got my juicer to hand here, ready to go, which should make life a lot easier. So I'm just going to chop this yacon up into smaller chunks so that it can go through the juicer easier. And any bad bits that I see as I get to them, I'll just chop them out as well. Okay, so that is pretty much 1 litre of liquid there. And I think what I might actually do is just spoon off some of this froth from the top because you're going to have to do that later when it's simmering away anyway. And we'll pour this lovely green liquid into the pan. Doesn't look too sedimenty, so hopefully I've got away with just brushing the worst of the skin off. I'll just do a few more of these ones that need using. I've selected a lot of the broken ones because yeah, they need using up quicker. I just take any bad bits, any black bits or any particularly thick skin looking bits off. They mostly come up pretty clean though. And we just do one final bit of juicing. And yacon is actually about 70% water, I believe. So that's why we're getting so much beautiful juice from it. So we're going to bring this to the boil now, and when it gets there I'll turn the heat right down and we're going to simmer it for a good few hours until the liquid reduces right down and it should thicken and become a much more syrupy kind of texture. Yacon contains a starchy substance called inulin, which is really good for our gut health, our gut biome. It's also known to be a good sweetener for diabetics to use due to this substance as well, but please do look into that yourselves. So it hasn't taken many minutes and the syrup is really boiling away now. So I'm going to turn that right down, and then I'll just continue to scrape off the foam, the sort of scud from the top, just like when you're making jam. And that should hopefully give us a nice clearer syrup at the end. Okay, so we'll just leave that to simmer away now. And I'll just come and check it every few minutes and take any more of the scud off the top as it builds up, and just give it the occasional stir to stop it from sticking to the bottom. We tend to use agave syrup at home at the moment for a sweetener, which we would use in desserts or in slices or maybe on breakfasts. So if we can make our own homegrown version of this for free, great. As you can see now, the syrup has really reduced down and changed to a brown colour. There's still a little bit of the green scuddy stuff left on top. So what I'm going to do now is put my glass jars into the oven to sterilise for a few minutes and take the last of this scud off the top. Okay, so here is our finished syrup. Looks really good, really quite pleased with how it's turned out. It looks like it's supposed to. The only thing I would say is from just over 1.5 litres of juice, we've only ended up with 250 millilitres of final syrup. So perhaps where I did it in a big batch, more of it might have evaporated off. So maybe next time I'll try making a smaller batch up and see if I get better ratios of syrup to liquid. But otherwise, probably the most difficult thing in the whole of the process of making this was actually just scraping the scud off the top so that you end up with as clear a syrup as possible. So I'm just going to pop this into some of my glass bottles now, and then we'll seal it up, ready to be used. So there you have it, a couple of little bottles of our own homemade Yacon sweetener. Now during the cooking time, I noticed that the smell of this seemed really familiar. And it's taken me a while to pinpoint what it is. But since I've tasted it now as well, the taste and the smell goes together. And what this actually reminds me of is Horlicks. I think it tastes and smells like Horlicks. Now, just one final question I do have. If anybody out there knows how long this stuff will keep, that is the one thing I haven't been able to find out about. So please send us a message below and let us know. We hope that you've enjoyed our video today, learning how easy it is to make Yacon syrup for yourself. Please leave us any comments or questions that you have down below. Also, like this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and we will catch you here again soon. Peace and plants.